Hello and welcome to The Prodigal Life. I'm Deacon Harold and as always joined by Nick and Ellen.
Preach it. What are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about priests.
Okay.
I remember what was cool was when I first started serving Mass, it was a 7:30 a.m. Mass. And this priest used to show up who wasn't part of the parish. And I walked from my house to the rectory, which is about a half an hour walk. And I asked to see Father, and he came out, and we sat on the steps of the rectory, and we were making out and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, that was cool. But come to find out later that he was a child molester, and that I wasn't his type. You know, not really fully understanding, but I liked what I saw, and there was something very attractive there. And
I love the priests that wear the cassocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, that is just, it's so powerful.
And when I started, like old enough to serve Mass, I was in heaven. I mean, I loved being on the altar.
To think what those hands can do just blows my mind.
When I was a student here, the priest was this super. He only had male altar servers, and he did a lot of things very traditionally.
But that doesn't mean that I haven't experienced, sexual abuse. I mean, I've experienced, multiple rapes.
But those aren't. But see, we cannot allow those kinds of things to unsettle us.
Yep.
You know, Jesus had Judas. You know what I mean? You don't leave Jesus because of Judas.
The fact that a priest can be in mortal sin and still consecrate the Eucharist, still provide absolution in the sacrament of confession, still confer the various sacraments, the fact that that can happen in mortal sin for that priest is just suckiness.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty of it. It's Satan. I mean, that's his shtick.
Go to another church that doesn't have child molesters. Not trying to make excuse for what they did.
Oh, good, because I was worried.
Okay, good. It's good. But you just never know.
Yeah. I remember once, it was the last night of a mission. I was out with a priest and a couple of parishioners, and the priest had a lot to drink, and he wanted to drive back to the rectory. And I was like, I said, Father, if you put the keys to that ignition, I'm calling the police and having you arrested.
I don't know that that's the biggest thing. And there's always the conspiracies and there's always the other stuff. And some of it might not be, you know what I mean? It's above my pay grade. But I do know that, the way certain things like with Vatican II and other things that were implemented in different ways other than what it was intended to be, or maybe it was intended to be, but there was a compromise. Does that taint the consecration? And my understanding is that it does not.
The more a parish or a diocese embraces those things, that's when you see men discerning vocation to the priesthood.
Yeah. Who wants your tush? It's just in Raleigh's. We've got a lot of seminarians. And then I meet a lot that they don't even know how to speak Latin. They don't know anything.
That's it. And one of the things we have to do, make sure that we're praying for our priests. It's really important. We have to also make sure that we're fasting and offering sacrifices for our priests.
All right, everyone. Until next time, I have been Nick. This
I'm
has
Ellen.
been Ellen.
Deacon Harold.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
God bless you.